What's up, gamer kings and queens? Today, I'm going to ask and answer one simple question. What kind of person actually wants to work in HR? And before you answer, no, I'm not talking about somebody who fell into it. I'm talking about the people who are willingly majoring in human resources in college, like they were answering some dark corporate calling. The people who actively aspired to become the company's smiling executioner. For those out of the loop, HR stands for Human Resources, which is a fun way of saying the department that handles onboarding, benefits, payroll, and most importantly, disposing of you when you're no longer profitable. But here's the real kicker: HR does not exist to help you, they exist entirely to protect the company from you. That's their one job. Everything else is just window dressing. Their mission is not to uphold the values of the company, because let's be honest, most corporations haven't had values since like 1982. Their mission is to protect the value of the company. Value as in stockholder interests, profits, and keeping lawsuits from happening. And when something inevitably goes wrong, HR's primary job is to run interference, to delay, confuse, or gaslight you long enough to avoid any major legal blowback. So let's be clear about something. HR is not your friend. They're not there to advocate for you. They're not there to help you resolve problems. They're corporate henchmen, mercenaries, hatchetmen. Except instead of wearing black masks, they wear fake smiles and say stuff like, "We're family here." And that brings us back to the original question. What kind of person actually wants to work in HR? Because think about it. What kind of person willingly signs up to do the company's dirty work? Who gets up in the morning, brushing their teeth, and says, "Yes, today I'm going to gaslight an employee into thinking their firing was a mutual decision"? Answer: a bad person. But not just any bad person, a specific flavor of bad person. The kind of person who thrives on control. Someone who enjoys holding power over people's livelihoods while being completely insulated from the consequences of their own actions. And if you don't believe me, consider this. Have you ever met someone who worked in HR that seemed genuinely happy, like radiating joy and fulfillment from their career path? No, that's because they don't exist. HR people are just as miserable as the employees they pretend to support, except their misery comes with a company laptop and the power to crush someone's livelihood with a vague two-sentence termination letter. It's no wonder that most of the men and women in HR are unmarried. Alright, now it's story time. Let me tell you a quick personal story about why I'm so convinced HR is pure evil. At my previous job, I was a high performer, like top of my department kind of performer. My manager literally used my work as a shining example for the rest of the team. I was getting glowing reviews, I got the maximum raise on my first yearly review, and I was even told I was being considered for a promotion. So I'm feeling good, right? I'm thinking, wow, my hard work is really paying off. Well, fast forward to my 2-year work anniversary. End of my shift, I get called into a room with my 2 managers and a random HR lady I've never met before. She's smiling like she's about to offer me a free cruise or try to sell me a bridge. Instead, she hits me with, "We've made the decision to end your employment, effective immediately." And I'm like, huh? No warning, no explanation, nothing. Just, "We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors," but without the luck part. And the HR lady, oh man, she was thrilled to be there. Like she had just won an internal company raffle to personally fire somebody. She was smiling the whole time, like a sociopath or a vampire. Fast forward 6 months, I found out from a former coworker that the company did a mass layoff because new state labor laws required them to offer paid sick leave. Rather than comply, they just fired half the department and hired cheaper replacements to avoid paying sick days. And I guarantee you, HR knew about this plan for months. While they were telling me, "You're doing an amazing job, we're so impressed with you," they were literally scheduling my termination. And the HR lady, she didn't care. She showed up to collect my key card and smiled through my firing like it was just another Tuesday. So yeah, that's why I personally hate HR. Let me wrap this up with one final thought. HR is not your friend. They don't exist to help you. They exist to shield the company from liability. They are the corporate equivalent of mall cops. except instead of kicking kids out of the food court, they're gaslighting you into training your own replacement. And here's the best part, and I'm being dead serious. HR will probably be one of the first jobs to be wiped out by AI. And when that day comes, when they're sitting in their severance meeting, finally experiencing the same corporate apathy they subjected everyone else to, I promise you, no one will feel bad for them. Not one tear will be shed, and honestly, that's beautiful. It makes me smile. Anyway, if you enjoyed this rant, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. If you've got an HR horror story, drop it in the comments. And if you work in HR and you're feeling personally attacked, well then maybe you should ask yourself why. God bless all you king and queen gamers. I hope you win whatever battle you're not talking about to anyone else.